Right now, millions of hardworking Americans, just like you, are waking up every single day feeling trapped, exhausted, and overwhelmed in the unrelenting, crushing cycle of stress, long hours, mounting bills, growing debt, paralyzing financial uncertainty, and the constant pressure to keep up with the rising cost of living, staring at headlines screaming doom about inflation, skyrocketing interest rates, stock market volatility, layoffs, housing crises, student loan debt, healthcare costs, and general economic instability, wondering if they'll ever achieve true financial freedom. Believing that life changing wealth is reserved only for the Wall Street elite, billionaire tech moguls, hedge fund managers, or the so called lucky few who somehow got in early, while the rest of us ordinary Americans, whether we live in the suburbs, small towns, rural heartlands, or major metropolitan cities from coast to coast, struggle to pay rent, mortgages, tuition, grocery bills, medical bills, car repairs, and unexpected emergencies, watching dreams of financial security, independence, comfort, and generational freedom slip further away with every passing week, feeling frustrated, stuck, powerless, stressed, and overwhelmed, all while influencers, social media gurus, financial TikTok stars, and mainstream media bombard us with flashy distractions, hyped promises, get rich quick fantasies, and misinformation that masks the simple, proven truth about building real, lasting wealth over time in a reliable, predictable, and historically validated way. But here's the unfiltered, no BS reality that almost nobody is telling you. Creating true generational wealth, the kind that pays off your home, funds your children's education, allows early retirement, provides complete financial security, enables travel, lifestyle freedom, and leaves a legacy for generations, does not require a fancy Ivy League degree, a six-figure salary, insider Wall Street connections, perfect market timing, or even a single ounce of luck. The most powerful, predictable, historically proven, and universally accessible wealth building engine has been quietly compounding for decades, silently working for ordinary Americans with nothing but a paycheck, a bank account, and a smartphone. And that unstoppable engine, which has created more self-made millionaires than almost anything else in financial history, is the S&P 500, the backbone of the American economy and the single greatest wealth-building vehicle ever created in modern history, consistently outperforming almost every other investment strategy and transforming ordinary, disciplined Americans into long-term financial winners. This is not gambling. It's not day trading madness, flipping stocks, crypto speculation, meme stock hype, or risky bets that rise and crash overnight. This is owning a tangible, real piece of the 500 largest, most innovative, and powerful companies driving the American economy forward. Companies that literally touch every aspect of your daily life. Apple and Microsoft reinventing technology, Amazon and Walmart reshaping retail and logistics, Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble providing essential everyday products, massive banks financing economic growth, airlines connecting communities and businesses across the country, energy giants powering homes, offices, and factories, healthcare leaders saving and extending lives, and countless other corporations innovating, scaling globally, generating billions in revenue, creating millions of jobs, paying dividends, reinvesting profits, and when they succeed, your wealth grows alongside them in a way that is consistent, reliable, time-tested, and historically proven without gimmicks, insider secrets, or risky speculation. Every single day, ordinary Americans are quietly benefiting from these companies' growth, dividends, and compounding power, while the masses chase hype, panic, and emotional decisions that destroy wealth instead of building it, missing out on opportunities that quietly compound into life-changing wealth over decades. Now, imagine this in granular, vivid clarity. You start today with just $50, $100, or $200 a month automatically invested into a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund or ETF, the exact same vehicle that everyday Americans, from factory workers in Ohio to teachers in Texas, nurses in California, small business owners in New York, retail managers in Florida, software engineers in Silicon Valley, veterans returning to civilian life, gig economy workers, and countless other ordinary citizens have quietly relied on for decades, silently accumulating wealth, while the world tries to distract you with flashy headlines, social media tips, celebrity endorsements, secret strategies that fail 99% of the time, and financial noise designed to keep the majority confused, impatient, and uninvested. Month after month, year after year, your small, disciplined contributions compound silently, invisibly, yet exponentially, growing through bull markets, bear markets, recessions, corrections, and volatile swings, while everyone else panics, sells low, chases hype, or gambles recklessly. What feels like a small contribution today becomes a massive snowball of wealth tomorrow, growing faster and faster each year, turning ordinary Americans into millionaires without them even noticing, all without exotic strategies, complex algorithms, insider knowledge, or risky speculation. And the longer you stick with it, the more unstoppable that snowball becomes, until the lifestyle, freedom, and financial security you once thought impossible becomes not just attainable, but inevitable, measurable, and verifiable through decades of historical market performance. What separates the tiny fraction of Americans who escape the rat race from the millions who remain trapped is not talent, luck, or timing, it is mindset. Patience, discipline, consistency, long-term vision, courage, and the ability to ignore fear, reject emotional decisions, and trust the proven system, even when markets fall, headlines scream recession, friends panic, and influencers push instant wealth schemes. The ability to see market dips as massive discount opportunities on America's greatest companies, to remain calm while fear dominates the masses, to keep investing consistently when everyone else is selling, and to maintain discipline over decades is what creates real, lasting wealth. Legendary investors like Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, John Bogle, and countless others have repeatedly confirmed consistent, long-term ownership of the S&P 500 is the single smartest, most reliable, historically proven strategy for ordinary Americans to grow wealth, turning modest, disciplined investments into 6- and 7-figure portfolios over time. Millions of Americans already use this strategy daily to climb out of debt, save for retirement without relying solely on Social Security, build real emergency funds, and pass down true generational wealth, all while the majority chase shiny objects, make emotional mistakes, quit during corrections, and wonder why nothing works. Now, imagine this even more vividly. Your money silently, relentlessly compounding in the background while Apple launches the next iPhone billions will use, Microsoft powers the global cloud infrastructure that runs our digital lives, Amazon delivers millions of packages across the nation, Walmart supplies groceries from millions of households, energy giants fuel the economy, and healthcare companies save lives. While you sleep, work, cheer at your child's soccer game, travel, or even take a rare vacation, your portfolio quietly snowballing, rolling faster and faster every year, multiplying until one day you wake up to find debt eliminated, stress gone, freedom real, and the lifestyle you've only dreamed about fully within reach. This is not just about money, it is about reclaiming control of your life, breaking free from financial anxiety, building unshakable patience, discipline, and strategic thinking that 99% of Americans never learn, stepping into a version of yourself who looks back at this moment and says, that was the day everything changed. It is about learning a skill that pays dividends for life, creating freedom for your family, joining millions of ordinary Americans, quietly building extraordinary wealth, and leaving a legacy for generations to come while living the American dream you've always imagined, with freedom, security, abundance, and opportunity finally within your reach. Guaranteed.